Razorback and SEC fans, don't forget to check out the Pig Trail Network Patreon page. Only $4 a month, which goes towards supporting the YouTube channel. You can find the Patreon link down below any PTN video in the description box. If you'd rather make a one-time donation, that is also located in the description box as well. Thank you for all of your support, and of course, woo pig suey. What is going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere, college baseball fans? Welcome. This is the Pig Trail Network. I'm its host and creator, Tyzilla83. Thank you for checking out the video. Arkansas, Oregon State playing for the national title. 3 games starting tonight, June 25th. And obviously Game 2 will be the 26th. And if necessary, Game 3, June 27th. Hog fans, they're on that cloud 9. They have no plans of coming down anytime soon. Hopefully when you do, it's because you're forced off, because you've stayed up there so long because of Arkansas's winning. Anything can happen. Oregon State, these guys, they're on fire right now. But before we get into that, I want to say a special thank you to all of you who responded to my Twitter and Facebook messages, and I think I actually left a comment in another video about, doing an interview with you guys, talking about how much this means to you playing for a national championship. It's the first time in years. I had a lot of you respond, through whether it was Facebook, the DMs, the Twitter DMs. I had a couple of you respond on just directly to me on Twitter. I had several emails. Sadly, no one wanted to sit down and do this live or at least on camera. And I only had 2 people who said they were willing to have. They would do the interview, but they didn't want to be on camera. They just wanted their voices recorded. But they couldn't do that until Wednesday. So obviously we had to scratch that. But I just want to say a special thank you to everybody who, shared your stories with me about, where you were and what you were doing when they won the Final Four championship back in '94, and and also sharing the feelings that you have right now and how much this series means to you. The possibility again of winning a national title, Arkansas's first college baseball national title, if they can do it. It's the second time they've been in the championship game. So there's no denying the fact they have absolutely dominated the SEC in postseason. They played LSU back on June 2nd, and they won that game. This is in their in the regional game that they played in, 14-1, and then in Game 2 they beat them 12-0. 26 runs to 1 in 2 games. Back on June 2nd and June 3rd, and then they eliminated Mississippi State. They went 2-0 against Mississippi State. June 22nd they won once again, 12 runs. They give up 2 runs to Mississippi State. They win 12-2, and then they eliminated Mississippi State to play in this national championship series against Arkansas. They eliminated them on June 23rd on Saturday, 5-2. So, that's only, it's postseason play. Those are 2 different teams, and Arkansas I think is better than both. And I know Mississippi State swept Arkansas earlier this year, and I know Arkansas lost the series to LSU earlier this year also. But I feel like had Arkansas been in those 2 matchups as well with LSU, on a neutral field against Mississippi State, I think they would have swept both of them. I really do. They've really shown, that, they're dialed in, and, on a neutral field, they're capable of beating anybody. They struggled. Arkansas definitely struggled away from Baum this year, but, that was on the road in SEC matchups against, when you look at who they played, holy cow. And that's why their strength of schedule, Arkansas' strength of schedule is 3rd in the country. Their RPI is 3rd. Oregon State, RPI, 7th. Strength of schedule, 68th in the country. Now that says a lot, but when you're in, when you're in the College World Series, when you're in postseason play, sometimes that SOS just doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. It's about how hot you are. How are your bats on fire? Are you swinging away? Are you just absolutely killing folks at the plate and on the mound? And they're doing that. They're doing both those things. We know that their starting pitching is dynamite. I don't know a whole lot about their bullpen, what research I have done, but I know their starting pitching has been pretty good this year. And there's no wondering why. Kendall Rogers from D1Baseball.com said earlier this year, he had Arkansas winning it all, playing Oregon State for the national championship. Now I think he actually changed his mind later. I'm not really sure on that, but I'll link you guys an article I was reading earlier from D1Baseball.com, and the name of the of this article is the College World Series Finals, who has the edge. It's really interesting. They break down starting pitching, the bullpen, offense, defense, and then intangibles. And I'll tell you, I'll give you a little secret. Before you go reading it, the very first thing, starting pitching, they give Arkansas the advantage. They give the Arkansas the advantage there, which is kind of shocked me. I'm not going to lie, but that probably has to do with the fact that Campbell's come on lately. We know what Knight's done this year. Their starting pitching has been, for the most part, this postseason has been just dialed in. Their arms, they're throwing fire. They're breathing fire at the mound, and that's important, especially this time of year. Oregon State all year long, they've done both. They've done both things really well, pitching and hitting. But their hitting has really come on. And again, when you talk about what they've been able to do against the SEC caliber teams, the SEC talent, what they've been able to do, it's pretty special. Some people are saying that Oregon State had a little bit easier path to get to the College World Series or to get to this championship series. Maybe not. Arkansas did. They beat Texas. They beat Texas Tech and they eliminated Florida. I think you could argue on paper Arkansas did, of the two teams, have the more difficult path to this championship series. But again, don't let that distract you from the fact that Oregon State, it doesn't matter, easy path or not, they are for real. They're a really good team. And I'm taking Arkansas on this one. I'm taking them in 3. That's not the homer speaking in me. That's not me trying to pander to a Razorback audience. That's just me looking at the facts of just how again, I've said it before, how dialed in the pitching is. The bullpen, middle relief has been, other than one particular pitcher, the middle relief has been excellent. Cronin, their closers, Cronin, they've been incredible. Again, Campbell, if he pitches, if there is a game 3 and he's forced to pitch, it's I think he could duplicate what he did against Florida. I think he could absolutely do that again. But again, anything is possible. Anything could happen. But it's why I have Arkansas in 3. I just, again, talking about, I know Oregon State's on fire. I know their bats are on fire. Their pitching is great. I mean, really everything this team does is they're really good. There's a reason why they're in this championship series. Again, there's a reason why a lot of people in college baseball media and people who pay attention are picking Oregon State. But I feel like Arkansas can do this in 3. Again, anything's possible. Oregon State could take it in 2. Arkansas could take it in 2. Oregon State could take it in 3. But I have the Hogs in 3. And I'm curious what you guys think. I want to know. Let me know down below in the comments section. Who do you have and why? How many games? Let me know. Give me some feedback, baby. Let's hear all about it. Like, comment, share the content that you just got done watching here. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the bell as well. So you'll be hearing from me again soon. Until then, go Hogs and be good.